Look, the keeper comes out. The keeper comes out. This guy's like, I don't know what to do. Dude, and he chips it over. He chips it over him. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Italian Football TV. The midweek Serie round has just ended. A lot of good fixtures we have to talk about. Michael got a little bit sick over the weekend, and he also had school, so he missed a lot of the big matches.
Yeah, I missed a few, but I had my phone next to me while the teacher was talking, so I tried to get as much as I could. So,
we'll start out from the first match of the round, Bologna against Inter. Somehow, Bologna got a 1-1 draw against Inter, and I shouldn't even say somehow, because Bologna actually came out shooting and pressing on these guys.
Yeah, I was actually surprised on this one. I wanted Inter to take the points to keep the pressure on top, but they dropped the points. Verdi with that amazing goal, right?
Unbelievable goal from Verdi. And Bologna were attacking like crazy. I haven't seen them play like that. Inter pushed back like always, and I was thinking, all right, classic Spalletti, they're going to come back. They did come back through the VAR decision, and Michael, I want to hear what you have to say because the internet is going crazy. Non-Inter fans are saying, oh, it's not a penalty. I'm not an Inter fan, but I think it was a penalty.
I don't know. It was a little soft, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if it was called. Or
for me, it's a penalty. It's either black or white. It's a penalty or it's not a penalty. And yeah, it was unlucky, and Baye had no reason. He didn't mean to do that. He just fell back. He clipped Eder. I don't think Eder looked for it at all. Clipped the back of his heels. Penalty. Unlucky. Soft, whatever you want to say, not stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity, but according to the rules that we have, that's a penalty. And they even used VAR and they saw it, and I think that it was good because they confirmed it. But yeah, Inter Spalletti they didn't get the 5 wins out of 5, 4 wins out of 5.
Yeah,
1 draw.
4 wins out of 5. And what were you gonna say?
I don't even know what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say Icardi got a new haircut. I guess the ball,
the
ball didn't work out for him.
Well, he scored a penalty.
Yeah, I know, but they
6
didn't
goals.
Win. But they didn't win.
6 goals. 3 of those goals are on penalties. My favorite thing was Vush's tweet. He was like, we thought as Inter fans we were going to get Nainggolan and Manolas on our team, but instead we inherited Roma's penalties. Because they got so many penalties this season. 1-1 draw. Spalletti's team not good enough to get 5 out of 5, which would have been really tough. But credit to Bologna because they actually came out firing, and I like to see that. A few Inter players, not really the best. João Mario.
He had a string of not the best games. Hopefully he'll improve next game.
Either way, still good and positive from Inter. A lot better than some people ruled them out. Now let's move on to a team that's been ruled out from staying in the Serie next season, at least according to Michael and I so far. Benevento absolutely got run over by Roma. 4 goals. 2 of them came from Edin Dzeko, which we could expect, but 2 of them came from Benevento themselves. 2 own goals.
It's unbelievable.
How do you score 2 own goals on yourself?
And Dzeko hit the post twice. It could have ended up. It was a walk in the park for Roma. Literally. How did Benevento end up coming? How did they win the Serie B to come to Serie A? How did they come?
Because in the Serie B, they used those tactics which worked, and then they brought the same tactics over to Serie A where they're trying to attack, and they got run over.
They didn't even play though.
I know. 14 goals in 5 games. 10 of those goals came in the last 2 games. They were against Napoli and Roma, but still, I mean, Benevento looked terrible.
I'd rather have Pescara back in than Benevento, to be honest. With that,
I don't know. I like Cicciretti.
He wasn't playing.
I know he wasn't playing. I think he has a muscle injury. Yeah. But Dzeko back on the score sheet again. 2 goals, which brings him to a total of 5 this season. A lot of people criticizing him, but I did my math, and I'm not that good at math, but I could tell that he is 2 goals behind Icardi. Wait. Okay, hold on. Icardi's on 6 goals, but -3 if you take away penalties. So Dzeko will be up 2 goals if you took away penalties.
Calculator over here.
If you took away penalties, Dzeko would have more goals than Icardi. I'm not hating on Icardi. I'm just trying to stick up for Dzeko because a lot of people are throwing him under the bus.
And he hit 2 poles, so I had 2 more goals.
What's up with you and hitting him 2 poles?
It was close. It was close.
Let's see what else I wanted to say. Gonalons, I liked him. The second goal that he gave was very good.
It's against Benevento.
It is against Benevento. Kolarov has looked fantastic since coming to Roma in the left-back position. They paid virtually nothing for him, and he's been such a solid addition. I've always been a huge fan of Kolarov. The assist was great.
He assisted like almost all the goals and the own goals too.
Yeah, but credit to Roma. I know you're saying it's Benevento, but still, you still got to win the match. Benevento not great, but credit to Roma. Solid 4-0 win for them.
Do you think Benevento's going to win a match this season?
That was actually, somebody tweeted, I think it was Adam Durrani who tweeted us if they won't win a game this season. I think they just want to go back to Serie B, so they have Diletta as their host. But let's move on. 1-0 Juventus beat Fiorentina in what was kind of a scary match if you're a Juventus fan, until the last second, Fiorentina looked like they might be able to run away with a tie. Not that they had a lot of chances, but Juventus just risking a lot. 1-0 win for Juve. Like I said, Mario Mandzukic getting the goal. No Dybala on the score sheet, which kind of hurt for me because he scored in all the other 4 games. Didn't do the 5. But yeah, Juve still not looking great, man. I don't know what to say. Bentancur looked freaking good. I didn't rate him that much, but Bentancur played today. Cuadrado played. Mandzukic played. The rest, the defense is shaky, man.
Higuain too, right?
Higuain's on a drought. Dybala wasn't even great today either. But Juventus, okay, let me sum this up in one way for you. Sturaro was playing right back. It was not the first Juventus side.
But I wanted to see, what if a good team actually plays and troubles Juve's defense? I don't think Juve's defense can hold it up.
Juve matched their opponents. 5 wins out of 5 for Juventus. I mean, it's the same thing like last year. Last year, I remember us sitting in that damn garage and we were saying Juventus do not play beautiful. They haven't been convincing, but Juventus are effective.
They get the results.
They are not as good as last season. The defense is not as good as last season, but they still keep that same mentality that they are effective. They got the job done at home. 5 wins in a row. And that's 40 games unbeaten at home. Only 3 ties in that, 0 losses. That is simply sensational. Yeah, a lot of doubt, a lot of hate going around especially from Juventus fans who are nervous with the team. But I mean, listen, Fiorentina highly motivated, not as bad as you think. A lot of young players, Chiesa, Simeone, and with a Juve, kind of Juve B. And yeah, not good. But our defense is not good. And this is still far from the good Juventus. We're seeing a really good Napoli, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But we haven't seen the best Juventus yet. Yet they're still be able to win 5 out of 5. How much can you criticize the team, honestly? Whatever.
I mean, I give them.
They gotta win in Champions League.
I give them credit. Yeah, the Champions League is the biggest test. I'm just saying, Fiorentina. It's not like they pressured a lot either to really test them out.
But you play what's in front of you. Juventus can't decide if they play Napoli or they play Roma.
I'm not playing Roma. I'm just saying.
You're not playing Fiorentina. You're saying.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying for the future of Juve. I'm just a little skeptical of how they're gonna manage it.
Skeptical every single season.
Because when they had
every single.
I'm just saying when they had a real test against Barcelona, they didn't show up.
That's true. So yeah, the last thing that I wanted to say was just Mandzukic, so underrated, never gets the credit that he deserves in my opinion. He does so much movement off the ball and that you don't get credit for. Happy for him to score that diving header today. And Cuadrado, I don't know if I said Cuadrado, but great cross from him and he actually had a good match. Even though he's always criticized for being better coming off the bench, Cuadrado did great tonight. But yeah, same kind of stuff.
Against Fiorentina, that didn't challenge. But let's move on to the next game.
Alright, of course you want to move on now since we're talking about Milan. 2-0 win over Spal. Not a great performance from Milan, but at the end of the day, Milan are 4 out of 5 wins, 1 loss against Lazio, and that is playing, we talked about Juventus playing effective football, so is Milan. This is the characteristic you need for a strong side. First time since 2003, Milan have started a season so well, and I think that says the story completely. Ricardo Rodriguez scoring from the spot, scoring his first goal in the Serie A. Frank the Tank scoring a goal, and Milan are effective. They're getting a win. Yes, it's Spal. Who cares? And one thing I want to note is Montella, how he says, you know, he's noted in his press conferences, playing dirty and being able to get the win is an important aspect of a good team. Something that we talk about a lot on here, and I think that says it all for Milan. Let's move on, since it's so hard to watch all of the games since they were all on at the same time. We'll talk about Lazio against Napoli.
The game of the week.
I'm so dumbfounded by this game. Napoli were winning 1-0. Immobile put in a fantastic cross. And Napoli showing the characteristic trait that they showed this season that I've never seen from Napoli ever in their history that I've watched Serie A. The characteristic to be able to come back. The characteristic to pull, I'm going to call it a Juventus, to win the game like they need to. 4 goals in like 15 minutes to turn around a tough Lazio side.
No, they scored 4 goals in the second half. Unbelievable. You got to mention the 2 center backs from Lazio. Yeah. Getting subbed out, so...
De Vrij and Bastos, they went out injured. Lucas Leiva went into the center back position.
Not as a position, you know, moving out. So I'm not sure. That obviously, you know, took effect of that. But I still feel like Napoli could have came back and won.
This is not an easy game at all.
Lazio's
it sounds like an easy game, but Lazio is a team that's very unified, that knows each other well, that has a solid coach, that's been working together very good, that's coming off a high of beating Milan 4-1, Supercoppa win, all these factors together. And yes, they did miss their 2 center backs, but for Napoli, the characteristic to believe, even when 1-0 down and all these things are going against you, It's brilliant from Napoli. I've never seen this before. Their front three is absolutely devastating. Kylie Hong getting on the score sheet. Mertens, that goal you scored, dude, we bow down to you.
That
Unbelievable.
I don't even know what would happen. I was thinking, why would you take that? Then one touch. That's what I'm talking about. Rather than playing, that was incredible. From that angle, it looped over Strakosha. Just. Goal of the season.
You have no words.
I'm speechless. It was an amazing goal. Why would he even attempt that?
Napoli are so strong. I can't get over
the fact. Can you imagine Montolivo attempting that one?
5 wins out of 5 games for Napoli. Top of the table with Juventus. This says it all. I think that this Napoli side, we're seeing them play good. We're seeing them with the characteristic to be able to win, like Juventus do. These kind of games that are not always going your way, but you're able to put it away and get the win. And I think that this could be the difference maker with Napoli coming in 3rd place, which it was last year, to getting a Scudetto. Again, very early on, but these are positive sides. And these 3 points are going to be massive because, again, Lazio is going to steal points for some top teams this season, and getting this kind of win is great. And just getting that variation between Napoli and Juventus, since they're both sitting at the top of the table, and we're starting to see that gap a little between the first place teams and the second place, since Inter did not win this season. I think that that Napoli and Juventus are just they're in a different category of themselves, even though it's early on in the season. And I think that Juventus still not playing their best, but still with that efficiency trait. Napoli, on the other hand, continuing their beautiful football, but now added with that ability, that characteristic of getting the job done, where last season we didn't see that.
I get what you're saying, I would say. But I still have that concern from last season that their depth.
Yeah.
They don't have they haven't improved in that much, and I feel like if they get a couple injuries,
we have to see,
they're going to start losing points.
It's 5 games into the season.
That's true.
We got to give them the benefit of the doubt. We can only say what we see right in front of us, and from Napoli, this is an undervalued, underestimated win. So, unfortunately for Simone Inzaghi, who I kind of wanted to win, of course, because I'm a Juventus fan, but for Napoli, fantastic from them, and this one, really good esteem for them, and it's going to be a very important win. Some other games I will just mention pretty quickly. Atalanta ran over Crotone 5-1, where Caldara scored a goal, and Papu Gomez got 2 on the night. Hellas Verona somehow got a 0-0 draw against Sampdoria, which started the season so strong. I don't know how that happened.
I wanted Sam to take that one so bad.
Belotti got his 3rd goal of the season in Torino's 3-2 victory over Udinese, which had a little bit of controversy over some penalty kicks. The Neri was cursing out the referee at some point. Belotti started to step his way up. 3rd goal of the season, a few goals behind some of the top guys. Michael, I know you're a little bit skeptical on Gallo Belotti.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have anywhere close to the amount of goals he has last season. I think he's gonna flop. I don't want to say flop, but I think Guido should have sold him when he could. Dude, he was hyping him up a lot.
He's got 3 goals already.
I know.
It's not that bad.
Today he scored a rebound, the other 2, whatever.
How many goals are you predicting?
I don't know. Probably under 15.
We'll see. I think that he's not very far behind. He's 2 goals behind Edin Dzeko, who we're praising.
That's
so 2 goals is not much. You could score that in a game and get it over with. Good luck to Gallo Belotti on that one. And the last one, Sassuolo 1-0 over Cagliari, where Matri scored his 1st goal with his new team over one of his former teams, because Matri's got a lot of former teams. But congrats to Alessandro Matri.
But he did miss the first penalty. He buried the second one.
It was saved. Yes. It was actually beautifully saved. As we look at the Serie A table right now, again, we're seeing this Napoli and Juventus at the top of their table. 5 wins out of 5. Inter 2 points below them with that 1 draw coming against Bologna. And then AC Milan 1 point behind Inter. That top 4, for me, is kind of beautiful to see. I'm sorry to any Roma, Lazio, or any other fans, but I kind of like it. And Torino pushing their way up there.
I'm surprised. I would have guessed Torino would be around 9th or 10th place, but they're actually quietly up there. So.
One thing we should note, Roma are in 7th place, but they do have a game in hand. That game against Sampdoria was postponed because of the rain. And if they did get that win, they would be up to 12 points, which would put them in virtually 4th place if we're doing this kind of math or whatever. So just putting that into perspective. And at the bottom of the table, Benevento sitting on 0 points, Crotone on 1 point, and then Genoa and Hellas Verona. All those teams looking very, very, very poor. Hellas Verona, I don't know how you got a tie today, but
they're tied with Genoa with 2 points. So on and off in the relegation zone, Benevento, man.
We got to kick teams out, guys. I'm telling you now. We need to go to either 18 or I would do 16 teams.
16 is way
16
too
is
much.
a little bit irrational.
I can agree with.
I think that 16 would be even
only
nicer.
5 teams, right? We have a derby every week, some crazy game.
Okay, we'll start off with the 18 teams because I'm telling you, and this is something I was talking on Twitter about, the lower teams are just so poor compared to the middle teams and the top teams, and they're not putting up any kind of fight, and it's making everyone do worse because these middle to lower teams who usually are scared of relegation are not scared anymore because there's 2 teams who are almost automatically relegated and they don't have to work as hard, they don't have to spend as much money, it's not as competitive. And I think maybe we're being irrational since it's only 5 games in the season, but this is a trend that I'm seeing, and I think if we push to 18 or 16 teams, we could really get more competitiveness. The bottom teams are really going to know that they have to fight and spend money and can't just roll over against some of these teams. And I think that it would just be overall much better. But you guys, let us know in the comment section below. Do you agree with this? Do you think we should cut down our teams to 18 or 16 or 17 or whatever you're thinking? Let us know down below. Let us know your thoughts on all the games we had to say. And we'll see you soon. Ciao, ragazzi.